With only two former champions in the field, you have to be brave to forecast who will lift the Venus Rosewater dish this year.
The consistency at the very top hasn't been there, so all the players from rank 10 all the way down to 80, 90, they all feel like, why not? I have a chance too.
It's such a contrast to the men's, where we've got these four names that everybody knows and everyone expects, you know, them to be in the semi-finals, the final every time. So yeah, in the women's game, it almost could be anybody.
You can list about 20 names that could win this title, genuinely 20 names.
At the Australian Open in January, Serena beat her elder sister Venus to win her 23rd Grand Slam title. However, it was her last event of the year, so increasing the chances of Venus becoming the oldest winner of the Wimbledon ladies singles in the Open era.
She's been there and done it, and we've seen some of the women who've tried to pick up the mantle from Serena to try and knock her off the top and have knocked off the top of the rankings for a short while here and there. They have struggled to maintain it, but Venus doesn't have that pressure. Again, she's been there and done it all.
The 2004 champion Maria Sharapova will also be missing, but two players on the comeback trail warrant attention. Former world #1 Victoria Azarenka from Belarus arrives with her infant son in tow, and in-form two-time champion Petra Kvitova will take her place.
If you're looking at grass court pedigree, then she's your person, along with, I would say, Venus Williams.
Kvitova made an emotional return to the game at the French Open. 6 months earlier, she'd sustained a career-threatening hand injury after being attacked in her own home. A first-round win, followed by tournament success on the grass at Birmingham, has thrilled the tennis world.
To be playing so well so soon is amazing. I think that just really emphasises what a class player she is, you know, on grass. She's got the big lefty serve. She's really got the weapons to be a dominant player.
We've had some amazing feel-good stories already with Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal back from injury, but how amazing would it be to see Petra Kvitova, after everything she's been through, come back and win?
"1977 was Wimbledon's centenary year. The British celebrated both their Queen's Silver Jubilee and a home victory at the championships. That was the nation's last success in the ladies' singles, but there are genuine hopes that a long wait may be ended by this year's #6 seed.
40 years after Virginia Wade won in 77, Jo Konta, top 10 player. I think she can play very well on grass, and it would be brilliant to see her have a great run here.
To be a Grand Slam champion to begin with is what all the players on tour work towards their whole careers. But for me personally, to be able to be a Grand Slam champion at home would almost be a little bit indescribable, I guess. Hopefully I'll have a full 2 weeks this year.
When you look at the players that she's beaten pretty much all the top players. She won that big tournament in Miami, so if she can win that, there's absolutely no reason to say that she can't win Wimbledon. She's facing the same players that she would have been facing there.
Last year, Konta became the first British player to be seeded in the ladies' singles in over 30 years. Her record is very modest at the championships, but she had an excellent run to the semi-finals at Eastbourne before withdrawing as a precautionary measure because of injury.
I think hard is a better surface for her than grass, but she knows how to play on grass. She's done well at Eastbourne a few times, so she does know the surface. I personally, I don't think I'd put money on her, but again, she's one of the people that should be considered.
Konta can win Wimbledon. I think she's absolutely somebody who I would add to that long, long list of potential champions.
The most recent ladies' Grand Slam winner is Jelena Ostapenko from Latvia, who produced a sensational victory at Roland Garros and must also now be considered a potential Wimbledon champion. The beaten finalist was Simona Halep from Romania, who's the #2 seed in SW19 next week.
A popular winner, if it weren't a Brit, might well be Simona Halep, because the way she handled her defeat in Paris with huge grace, having led by a set and a break and nearly a double break, to lose must have been crushing. But she handled herself very well, and I think there are quite a few people within tennis who'd like to see her win.
The number 1 seed is Angelique Kerber from Germany, who was also a gracious loser to Serena Williams on centre court 12 months ago.
She was the finalist last year and the person who beat her isn't playing. So just on that basis alone, I think you can make a case for Kerber. And, you know, on her day, she's got a good game for all surfaces, a good game for grass. She knows her way around the grass. I think with grass, it's so much to do with movement, and she knows how to move on the grass. So at some point, you feel like she is going to click back into gear. So potentially, you know, why not at Wimbledon?
There's so many players who could win it. Garbiñe Muguruza, Agnieszka Radwanska, Eugenie Bouchard, these are all players who've got through to finals before, but they're not in particularly good form at the moment. I think if I had to pick one player, I think it might be Pliskova.
Pliskova has the big serve, and somebody who, up until the US Open of last year, had a bit of a block and wasn't able to get into the second week of a Grand Slam, and then at the US Open went all the way to the final and beat Serena Williams in the semi-final, and she has just not looked back since then. And she is effectively, across all surfaces, I think, she's playing like the world number 1 at the moment.
Karolina Pliskova starts against Evgenia Rodina, while top seed Kerber plays Irina Falconi. Halep is up against Marina Irakovic. 4th seed Elena Svitolina takes on Australia's Ashley Barty. Konta will play Su Wei Shea, who beat her in the first round of the French Open.